What a moment this is for Canadian football. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is officially underway, and one of the most intriguing opening matches of the tournament sees co-hosts Canada take on Bosnia and Herzegovina in Toronto. The atmosphere is expected to be electric as Canada prepares to play the first men's World Cup match ever held on Canadian soil. Millions of fans will be watching to see whether Jesse Marsch's side can make a dream start to their campaign. But standing in their way is a determined Bosnia and Herzegovina team that has already surprised many football fans by qualifying for this tournament and arriving with confidence, momentum, and plenty of belief. In today's video, we'll break down everything you need to know about this fascinating Group B encounter. We'll analyse both teams, discuss key players, tactical battles, predicted lineups, and finally give our match prediction and score forecast. So make sure you stay until the end and let us know your prediction in the comments below. Canada enters this tournament carrying the hopes of an entire nation. This is their third World Cup appearance and arguably their strongest squad ever assembled. After impressing many neutrals during recent international competitions, expectations around the Canadian team have never been higher. Playing at home gives Canada a massive advantage. The support inside Toronto Stadium will be incredible, and the players know this is a golden opportunity to create history. Head coach Jesse Marsch has transformed Canada into an aggressive, energetic side that likes to press high, attack quickly, and use the pace of its forwards to stretch opposition defences. The Canadians have been difficult to beat over the last 2 years and have developed a strong team identity. They no longer enter tournaments simply hoping to compete. They genuinely believe they can advance from the group stage. The biggest challenge for Canada heading into this opening match is dealing with injuries to some important players. However, the squad still possesses enough quality to cause serious problems for Bosnia. The biggest attacking threat remains Jonathan David. David has developed into one of the most consistent strikers in international football. His movement inside the penalty area, intelligent positioning and clinical finishing make him Canada's most dangerous weapon. If Bosnia gives him even a small amount of space, he has the quality to punish them. Another player to watch is Sile Larin. Larin provides physicality, aerial strength and valuable experience. Together with David, he forms one of the strongest strike partnerships outside Europe's elite nations. In midfield, Steven Eustáquio will be absolutely crucial. He controls the tempo, breaks up opposition attacks and distributes the ball effectively. His ability to dictate possession could determine whether Canada dominates the match or struggles against Bosnia's pressing. Goalkeeper Dane St. Clair is another important figure. In tournament football, goalkeepers often become heroes, and Canada will need him to remain focused whenever Bosnia creates opportunities. Bosnia and Herzegovina's presence at this World Cup is already one of the stories of the tournament. Many people did not expect them to qualify, but they showed remarkable determination throughout the qualification process. They overcame difficult opponents and demonstrated tremendous resilience under pressure. That fighting spirit has become a defining characteristic of this Bosnian team. Unlike Canada, Bosnia enters the tournament with very little external pressure. Most experts consider them underdogs in this group, which can often be a dangerous position. Teams with nothing to lose frequently produce surprising performances at World Cups. Coach Sergei Barbares has built a disciplined, hard-working side that is comfortable defending deep and looking for opportunities on the counter-attack. They may not have the star power of some European nations, but they possess experience, organisation, and a strong team mentality. The headline name remains Edin Dzeko. Even at 40 years old, Dzeko continues to be the symbol of Bosnian football. His leadership, experience and goal-scoring instincts remain invaluable. He understands big occasions better than almost anyone in the squad. If Bosnia creates chances, Dzeko will likely be at the centre of them. Another important player is Amar Dedic. His pace and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively make him one of Bosnia's most exciting talents. In midfield, Bosnia will rely heavily on players capable of disrupting Canada's rhythm and launching counterattacks. Their midfield battle against Eustáquio could become one of the most important contests of the entire match. Let's talk tactics. Canada is expected to dominate possession for large periods of this game. Jesse Marsch prefers an aggressive style based on pressing high up the pitch. His teams are designed to force mistakes and immediately transition into attack. Expect Canada to push forward early and attempt to energize the crowd. The fullbacks will likely advance high up the field, creating width and supporting the attack. The challenge for Canada will be balancing aggression with defensive stability. If they commit too many players forward, Bosnia could exploit spaces behind the defense. Bosnia's likely approach will be very different. They may sit deeper, remain compact, and invite Canada to attack. This strategy could frustrate the hosts. Bosnia understands that Canada will feel pressure to win the opening game. The longer the score remains level, the more nervous the home crowd may become. That scenario would suit Bosnia perfectly. Expect them to look for direct passes toward Dzeko and quick transitions whenever they recover possession. Set pieces could also play a major role. Bosnia possesses several physically strong players and may view corners and free kicks as one of their best opportunities to score. Canada must remain disciplined and avoid unnecessary fouls near their penalty area. Jonathan David versus Bosnia's centre-backs. This could decide the match. David's movement is exceptional, and Bosnia's defenders must remain organised throughout the game. One lapse in concentration could lead to a goal. Steven Eustáquio versus Bosnia's midfield. If Eustáquio controls possession and dictates the tempo, Canada will spend most of the match on the front foot. If Bosnia successfully disrupts him, the game becomes much more balanced. Canada's defence versus Edin Dzeko. Even though Dzeko is no longer at his physical peak, his intelligence remains world-class. Defenders cannot afford to underestimate him. One well-timed run or clever piece of positioning could create a decisive moment. Let's take a look at the likely starting 11s. Canada expected 11. Dane St. Clair, Alistair Johnston, Derek Cornelius, Kamal Miller, Richie Lariea, Steven Eustáquio, Ismail Kone, Tajon Buchanan, Jonathan Osorio, Jacob Schaffelberg, Jonathan David, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Expected 11. Nikola Vasilj, Amar Dedic, Denis Hadžikadunić, Anel Ahmedhodzić, Eldar Civic, Benjamin Tahirović, Ivan Bašić, Ermedin Demirović, Haris Hajradinović, Luka Menalo, Edin Dzeko. Of course, managers often make late changes, but these are the lineups many observers expect to see. One interesting aspect of this match is that these two nations have very limited competitive history against each other. That creates an element of unpredictability. Neither side has extensive experience facing the other's style. Canada's recent rise has made them a difficult team to evaluate for European opponents. Similarly, Bosnia's unique combination of experience and resilience presents challenges that Canada may not have encountered frequently. This lack of familiarity could make the opening stages particularly cautious. Now it's time for the big prediction. On paper, Canada enters this match as the favourite. They have home advantage. They possess greater attacking depth. They have been more consistent over recent years, and they will be supported by a passionate crowd desperate to witness a historic World Cup victory. However, Bosnia should not be underestimated. Their qualification campaign demonstrated incredible character. They have experienced players capable of handling pressure, and they will arrive with absolutely nothing to fear. I expect Bosnia to make this match extremely competitive. The opening 30 minutes could be tense as Canada adjusts to the pressure and occasion, but over the course of 90 minutes, Canada's superior attacking quality should eventually make the difference. Jonathan David looks like the player most likely to produce a match-winning moment. Whether through a goal or an assist, his influence could prove decisive. Bosnia will create opportunities, especially through Dzeko and set pieces, but Canada's energy, pace and home support should ultimately carry them across the finish line. Score prediction. My final prediction. Canada 2-1 Bosnia and Herzegovina. Jonathan David to score. Bosnia to make life difficult throughout the match. But in the end, Canada secures a historic opening victory and takes a massive step toward qualification for the knockout rounds. That's our complete preview and prediction for Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina at the FIFA World Cup 2026. Do you agree with the prediction? Will Canada make home advantage count, or can Bosnia pull off a surprise result? Leave your score prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our World Cup coverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.